Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Southern Vines. We are just hanging out with our new little baby chimpanzee. Look how cute that guy is. Adorable. Adorable. Today, we have what is hopefully the last stretch that we have to do on this area up top, the penthouse. We have to get it all bushed up. We got to get trees in here, flowers, all that good stuff for these guys. So we're going to jump right into it. I think we're going to go over to the gorilla habitat and take care of these big guys first. They are pretty happy with what we've got going on here now. Let's take a look. Bird's eye view. They like a whole lot of trees. I have a feeling everyone up here is gonna like a whole lot of trees. I don't even think I reached 50% or whatever the unit is. Yeah, percentage. Yeah, I'm at 40% coverage. Which is crazy because it's just so many trees. But we did a couple cool little things with the vines and a couple spots. I do want to do something with this large area over here. I'm not quite sure what though. Maybe I'll do like a big rock formation and build it into the hill up top. But I am gonna do some work on a couple of these other exhibits. I think I'll save the proboscis monkey and maybe one or two others to do with you guys so you can see. The proboscis monkey I'm really excited for. I think we want to do something pretty cool and different with that guy. But a lot of these are going to be pretty much the same, African tropical plants. So I won't make you sit through, I don't know, 5 hours of tree placing. All right, everybody. I went through and finished up the foliage for all of the habitats that needed African tropical plants, which leaves us with only 3 habitats that don't have any decorations yet. We have the macaques, the orangutans, and the proboscis monkeys. What I want to do real quick though is head over to our lemurs over here, who are just completely adorable and really starting to fill up the space. What I want to do is try to build some sort of cute little housing structure almost out of the hard shelter or out of the climbing materials, just to fill this empty space that we have a bit of right here, and to also give them the hard shelter that they need. The trees count for some, but it's certainly not enough now, and it definitely won't be enough once they have more babies. So let's jump into a little time lapse and see what kind of shanty we can build for them. Everybody, so that was not as quick as I thought it would be. In all honesty, it's been a few weeks to a month since I last recorded anything. Stuff just got really crazy in real life. We're working on moving across the country and packing up the apartment, so stuff got very, very busy. But this is the little sleeping house that I did for these red-ruffed and ring-tailed lemurs. It's getting dark, but I really wanted to get that first shot in that golden hour. If we speed up a little bit until daytime, we can see it a little bit better. I have been doing some work off camera, just working on some stuff to make at least a little bit of progress, even if I'm not recording it. You might be able to see a little bit of it over here. But let's swing around and take a look. So I used the sleeping structure as the base, used some climbing pillars to boost it up. I used some Arctic wood as like these half walls. And then I used the old temple ruins that came with the South American pack, because I realized that we haven't used them since down at the bottom of the zoo with our entrance sign, or kind of like our welcome to the zoo, this is Southern Vines sign. But as we get into daytime, we can see it a little bit better, but I went ahead and I put some of those Aztec, or they're not Aztec, they're just temple ruins. Some of the temple ruins just dotted about. I thought it gave it a little bit of story to this habitat. And just look how cool that is in the daytime and as the sun comes up over it. So somebody's barking. But I think it looks super cool. I'm very happy with it. But we gotta get this episode moving along. It is far past due, and I'm very excited to be back. So next up, we're gonna do the orangutan habitat. We're gonna get those guys all set up, and then I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the macaques as well. So then that'll just leave us with the proboscis monkey to do in yet another time lapse. I know this episode has been probably a little time lapse heavy, but there was just so much work to do that, I mean, it could have been stretched off over 6 to 10 episodes, and I just didn't really want to do that. Oh, let's pause before these llamas make me go crazy. But I'll be back shortly with 2 more habitats to show you, and then we'll get right back to it. All right, so the orangutans and the macaques are all set up. They're good to roll, good to go, good to bounce, climb, whatever they want to do. Let's take a look at what we have. So the orangutans have a nice shelter right here, a nice rock shelter. They can go underneath, take cover. They also have one over here that's just a little bit, I don't know, like a little bit interesting. They've got some stuff they can climb. They've got some enrichment. I made this like border around their forage box. I thought it would be cool if it looked like it was a whole piece that was like lifted off of the ground and was like came as a platform. So I did that, you know, with some ladders. They can get up here. This is something that I did just kind of, I didn't think about it. I just kind of did it. I used the little orangutan signs to make like this picture of one swinging across the vines, and I think it just is framed really cool. And if we get some nighttime, I have to show you guys this in nighttime. I mean, that looks super neat, all lit up. I actually spent some time lighting all of the habitats up here up. So we'll take a look at that a little bit later. So these are our macaques. So they've got misty waters. They have a bunch of trees. They have their snow. And they got their little water pipe down there. This is their bed. The lighting that I did for this habitat is actually more along the line, along the, like the purple tones. Hang on, let me just pause it in the sunset. But I did the trees and stuff on both this habitat and the orangutans first quite a while ago. And then when I got back in here after my break recently, I just did not like that you could see straight over the edge. 1, it's not really realistic, and 2, it's kind of freaky looking. Just having it look like the animals could just walk right off of the cliff face. But we're not going to look at this view too much. So I just try to make it really closed off. Much like, I mean, real zoos do that too. Like, it makes it look like its own area. So we did that here for the orangutans and for the macaques. Now, there are a couple places where you can see straight through, but these are places that the animals can't go. The one thing that I might go back and change at some point is walling off this a little bit, because, I mean, the game recognizes that the animals can't go over here, but it still just looks like they absolutely could. So I'd like to change that just for, I don't know, like a fake peace of mind. It's a real peace of mind, but you know. So next up, we have these guys, the long-nosed buddies, the proboscis. And we're going to do the same thing that we did with these two on the cliff. We're going to completely block that off with plants. Actually, I should check. yeah, they can do any number. They do not have a maximum. The mandrills do. Because I went through and I put more plants in this area and in this area, and I was gonna do it here for the mandrills, but they are nearly at their limit anyway, which is interesting. You'd think that all monkeys and apes liked a lot of trees, but they do not. So I'm going to skip into nighttime so you guys can see it all lit up, and then we're gonna go and do a time lapse. All right, so here we are now that it's nighttime, and just check this out. Isn't that so cool? I absolutely love it. And then I just went through and just lit up just certain key parts of the habitats. Normally I try to do it around enrichment or food, but sometimes it's also just nice to have some trees and plants that are lit up. I really like how this looks like. Doesn't that look kind of cozy? Like, it looks kind of nice. But then with the macaques, I went with purple lights. I thought it looked really cool, paired with like the fog and the cold weather, or like the taiga and temperate plants and the snow. I mean, and I put in a bunch of the orb lights from the Arctic pack in the tree line back here, just to give it some sort of like, I don't know. It's kind of like a magical glow. I love it. And just did it. The gorillas actually have the least amount, just because I feel like with a habitat this big, I kind of wanted to focus it more on just like very key parts instead of dotting it randomly around. These guys are actually pretty lit up. This tree used to be where this big one is, so I'll go back and fix that later and, put that light where it needs to go, but that's okay. It'll buff out. It's all good. And yeah, these guys got some cool ones, I think. I lit up this tree, and I put these kind of like greenish lights into there. They're sleeping. Oh, and then I hung lamps here, and I think, let's see if I can get it out of the tree for a good angle. I mean, it just looks so neat to me, like with that enrichment up there. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah, look at this. Look at it. All right. Final stretch of this insane project, of this insane episode. It's taken, I don't know how many weeks. We're about to dive right into the final time lapse. All right, I am pretty sure we are done. Other than lights, which I'm not gonna do right now. That's not gonna take me very long, and it's not really exciting to see. But here we are. Oh, it looks so cool. I'm gotta fix that though. They've got a little rock stack. I mean, it's just really overgrown, and I wanted to do swampy without being, like, nasty swamp. Yeah, I think it looks really awesome. Let's reset that and call the keeper, because that's nasty. Oh, so cool. You know, I put that in the water, but they don't swim, I don't think. It's kind of mean, like, haha, look at this thing you can't get. We're not gonna do that. I'll put it right there, and then did I put the other one in? Oh my god. Ridiculous. Let's put that up here and see where it rolls, and then there we go. Oh my god, look at this. Look at that. I am amazed that we got there. I took super long. And now that I'm looking at it, the Capuchin Island's looking a little sparse when it comes to the trees now that I see everything up close next to it. Whatever. I will not be doing any of that today. Oof. Thank you all for being patient with this video coming out with just the crazy amount of stuff that I decided to take on. Thank you all so much. Again, it's fantastic. It feels great to be back. Let's hang out with our proboscis monkeys while we say goodbye. Where's a little guy for us? Here we go. There she goes. All right. Well, thank you all for watching. This has been Hot Snake, and I will catch you all in the next episode.